Tired of waiting for the next big romance anime to sweep you off your feet? Well, you might have missed a few gems that are already out there. Quiet, wholesome, and absolutely heart-melting. So here are 5 wholesome romance anime that totally deserve more love. Stick around, you're gonna find a new favorite. Number 1. The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague. Let's kick things off with a romance as soft as falling snow. The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague follows Himuro, a guy who literally summons snowstorms when he's flustered, a side effect of being descended from a snow woman. He's awkward, overly polite, and totally smitten with Fuyutsuki-san, the graceful and kind woman at his workplace. But the charm of this anime isn't just in the fantasy. It's in the quiet, everyday gestures that show how love can bloom in the calmest of places. It's slow, wholesome, and every glance they share feels like a warm cup of tea on a cold morning. Their chemistry doesn't need words. Just watch how they simply exist together.
ちょっと待って。ここが俺の席で。そしてお隣は。
おはようございます。
部署が同じだけやなく、席まで隣なんて。
またご近所さんですね。よろしくお願いします。
こんなご近所付き合い最高すぎる。ああ、ごめん。
This is the kind of romance that makes you believe in small, silent moments. No love triangles, no forced drama, just 2 adults navigating emotions with care. And that art style? It's clean, soft, and fits the mood perfectly. The anime has 1 season, and while it ends on a wholesome note, the story still feels incomplete, and fans are still waiting for official news on a season 2. Number 2. Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. On the surface, Alya is the definition of cool, elegant, and untouchable. But behind that frosty exterior is a girl who blurts out the cutest things in Russian. She assumes no one around her understands, except the guy sitting next to her. Yeah, he's fluent. What follows is a series of hilarious misunderstandings, playful flirting, and surprisingly deep emotional beats. Alya may act cold, but she's just shy, and her secret slip-ups, they're the key to unlocking a very soft and very real romance. If you've ever crushed on someone way out of your league, this one will hit you right in the feels. The tension, the teasing, and those tiny slip-ups, it's gold. It's stylish, fun, and loaded with charm. The characters feel fresh, the banter is top tier, and it keeps you grinning without trying too hard. This anime delivers that mix of mystery and heart that makes it so addictively watchable. The anime currently has 1 season airing, and while it's off to a strong start, the full story hasn't been told yet, so stay tuned for more. Number 3. ReLIFE. ReLIFE is for the people who've looked back at life and thought, if only I could do it all over again. Arata is given that chance through a government experiment that de-ages him back into a high schooler for 1 year. At first, it seems like a chance to slack off and dodge adult responsibilities, but what he finds is something deeper. Friendship, understanding, and yes, a romance that slowly grows as he rediscovers his younger self. This anime isn't afraid to get emotional. It tackles themes like failure, regret, and identity with care, all while weaving in a romance that feels so earned it hits harder than most love stories out there. Sometimes, second chances aren't just about fixing the past. They're about finding a future you never expected. It's not flashy or overly dramatic. Instead, it's honest, grounded, and deeply moving. And when that romance starts unfolding, you'll be glued to the screen, rooting for them every step of the way. The anime has 1 season and a follow-up OVA, and it gives you a satisfying and proper ending without dragging things out. Number 4. My Stepsister is My Ex-Girlfriend. Now here's a setup that screams drama, but delivers something way more thoughtful. After a breakup, 2 teens suddenly find themselves living under the same roof, because their parents got married. Yeah, it's awkward, and yeah, the pettiness and one-upmanship are hilarious. But underneath the surface-level bickering is a slow-burning story of growth, understanding, and what it really means to move on from someone you once loved. It doesn't take the easy route with its characters. Both of them have flaws, both make mistakes, and the tension, it's awkward in the best way possible. You'll laugh at the chaos, but you'll stay for the surprisingly emotional beats.
いろいろあるんだな。まあ、そっちの事情に深入りするつもりはないけど。
俺は深入りする気満々だぜ。イリドさんとはどこまで行ったんだ？
多少は気を使え。
ぶっちゃけおっぱい見たことあんの？
言うか。見たことあるにしても絶対に言わない。
へえ、なるほど。なるほど！夢のおっぱいを見ていいのは僕だけだってことだな、イリド。
The writing walks a fine line between comedy and sincerity. It makes you wonder, can two people who once loved each other really start over? And honestly, it gives an answer that feels both mature and realistic. The anime has one season, and while it covers a good chunk of the story, it leaves a lot open. So if you're into it, you might end up hoping for a second season. Number 5. A condition called love. Not all love stories begin with fireworks. Some start with a single unexpected act of kindness. Hananoi-kun to Koi no Yamai, or A Condition Called Love, dives into a romance between a quiet girl who's never really thought about love and a boy who's maybe a bit too intense about it. When Hananoi suddenly confesses to Hotaru after a simple gesture, things get awkward fast. But instead of playing it for laughs, the anime leans into what happens after the confession. The learning, the adjusting, and the vulnerability of two people figuring out love from scratch. It's delicate, it's honest, and it's not afraid to show how messy early feelings can be, especially when you're new to romance. With soft art and a calm pace, it creates a space where emotions breathe and relationships evolve, slowly and meaningfully. The chemistry builds over time, and you actually feel like you're growing with them. The anime has one season and gives a well-rounded, complete look at a romance that starts unsure and blossoms into something beautiful. So how many of these had you missed? Let me know which one you're adding to your watch list, and if I missed any underrated romance anime that deserve more love. Don't forget to like, sub, and hit that bell. Senpai's got more recommendations coming your way soon. Peace.